Good day everyone and welcome to another vlog. In this one I get to show you only one thing because I had an extremely busy week with the tutorials, which you can see right now on screen. So if you want to click through to those and watch those, they'll definitely be beneficial to you whether you use Cycles or Blender Render. We are going to kick it off with the snake. Oh yeah. Now when the magicians throw down their rods, they also become serpents. So that is exactly what we have over here. The serpent in a stick. So you can see that he kind of pops through the stick over here, and I may have an idea why that is. So that will obviously just need to be a little bit fine-tuned, but you can see it in the final animation. So the idea would be for the magicians to throw down their sticks and then to remove those sticks and replace it with this one that morphs into the snake. So just to give you a quick look in the viewport, this is what happens. Just want to get to the render only. So as you can see, morphs through it, tail comes in and goes for the person. You can also see the tongue kind of moves there a little bit like that. Ooh, there we go. Now this is something that irritates me a little bit, but I've never studied how a snake moves when they bite. I don't think that there is a kink in the neck, but I do have a theory where the kink comes from in this case, because when I modeled the snake, I used the mirror modifier. Now, when you use the mirror modifier, you run the risk of getting faces on the inside of an object if you don't double check it. And I noticed when I was trying to UV unwrap it, especially for the backside and the chest area, I found that I had a row of faces coming down from the neck all the way down to the tail. So just a heads up, whenever you do modeling with the mirror modifier, get it sorted, because you can pick up rigging problems like this. So I may redo this modelings, not the modeling, the rigging, because it will also enable me to get a better result out of the stick, morphing into it like this. But this is just a great example to show you guys that morphing something is not impossible. So let me show you what the first render looked like for the snake, and then I'm going to show you what the render looked like that I did last night after texturing the snake. The reason it's bent is because of noise modifiers I added to the tail, so that the tail is not static while the snake is hissing and moving and whatever. And unfortunately, I didn't double check from above, because when you just look at it in the viewport, it looks straight again. When I looked from above, I can see it kind of bends this way. So I thankfully got to fix that. So this is just what it looks like. Now this one kind of moves into the floor because the stick is thinner than the snake, which is kind of obvious. But I didn't add a master control to the snake yet to lift it slightly as it transforms to prevent it from sliding into the ground itself. But I did that for the animation from last night, which is this one. As you can see, basically same animation, but the snake is not stuck in the floor. And also you can see that I added the underside, and the scales are pretty much the same scale as they're supposed to be. But one thing that you can see that I did add is the typical Egyptian cobra has a pattern here on the back side. You can't see it on the video, but there's a, you can almost see it as eyes and a mouth or something. It's just a weird pattern. I don't know what it's supposed to represent or mean or whatever. But yeah, that's very cool. So ironically, this is mostly procedural textures. The texture that's not procedural is the mask had to paint for the underside. So even if I do re-rig the snake, which I probably will, just to get the quality better, because I don't like the kink in the neck, that kink right there. Oh, there you can see the pattern. It's not super clear, but you can see it over there. So I might re-rig it and redo the animation. I think it's necessary to get a better result out of it. And on the palace, there was nothing major done. I just added Moses and Aaron to the scene so that whenever necessary, I can bring them in. One small thing I did fix was the way that the feet looked. In the previous video, you can see that their feet kind of looked a little bit off the ground, for lack of a better term. It just didn't look natural. Their poses looked kind of stiff. So I just fixed the feet a little bit by just taking their hip bone a little bit lower so that the legs actually bend slightly. Did that for not all the characters, but those that had that weird look on their legs. So that was done, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Very short video. I hope to get a lot more done this week. Because of the tutorials and stuff, I got a little bit swamped. But progress is progress. Awesome. Have a great one, and God bless you.